Today we're going to be learning about two different types of flowering plants. But before we begin, you need to remember what you already know about plants. You know that they are living things, you have learned about their life cycle, and you are also able to name the most basic part of a plant. So could you please tell me what they are?
A seed,
Yeah.
root, stem, leaves and a flower.
Excellent, good job. We're going to move on now. There are over 260,000 living species of flowering plants, and they grow in almost every habitat on Earth. Scientists have studied a variety of plants, and they have looked at their structure and are able to classify them into two different groups. We call these groups monocots and dicots. Now these terms might be new to you, but the plants aren't. You have already seen them every day. They grow in your garden, they grow at your school and at your local park. I'm now going to show you how we can look at a plant and decide whether it is a monocot or dicot. We're going to start with the monocots. So the easiest way to determine if it's a monocot or dicot when we're out in the garden is by looking at the leaves. The leaves on a monocot are long and narrow, and the veins on them run parallel in straight lines. The next way to tell is by looking at the petals on the flowers. The petals grow in multiples of 3. So there are 6 petals on this flower, which means it's a monocot. You can also look at the roots and how they grow. On a monocot, the roots grow directly from the stem. They look like branches on a tree. They grow downwards and outwards. So, we'll now look at the dicots. The veins in their leaves are quite different to the monocots. Can you please describe what you can see in that picture?
I see lots of veins going off in different directions.
Yep. So we both agree that a dicot's leaves, their veins grow in different directions and they branch out. They're not in parallel straight lines. The petals are also quite different. They grow in multiples of 4 or 5. So would you agree that this is a dicot plant?
Yeah.
And how can you tell?
It's got 5 petals.
Excellent. And another main difference between the monocot and dicot is the root system. So, in a dicot, there is one main root that grows directly from the seed. Can you see anything else in this picture?
I see the root growing straight down with little other roots growing off of it.
Excellent. So we call it a taproot system. There is one main root and then smaller, finer roots that grow from the main root. So we have learned about their leaves, the difference in their leaves, their petals and their roots. Now we're going to look at some plants, and you are going to help me classify them into the monocot or dicot group. So, we'll start with this one. What do you see? Describe to me what you see.
I see long, narrow, straight leaves with veins going parallel.
Yep. Anything else?
No, there's no flowers on it, so I can't.
So, do you know if it's a monocot or dicot?
At the moment, monocot.
Yeah. Do you want to check for sure? We'll look at the roots.
Yeah.
So if I take it out of the pot here, we can see there's heaps of roots scattered all over the bottom of the plant. So we would both agree it's a monocot.
Yep.
Excellent. What about the tomato?
See lots of veins going off in different directions on it. There's no flowers on it.
Yep. So should we check the roots?
Yeah.
What do we see?
Not many roots on it. Probably like the one main root
In the middle?
in the middle of it, but with the other roots coming off of it.
Excellent. So what kind of plant is this?
Dicot.
Very good. What about this one? We have the mint.
It's got the veins going off in different directions on it.
On where, sorry?
On the leaves.
Yep.
It's got no flowers on it.
So should we check the roots?
Yeah.
What can you see?
I see the distinctive taproot there.
Yeah, the main root. So it's come detached from the soil, but you can see how the smaller, finer roots would grow out. So what kind of plant is this?
A dicot.
Good work. Now we will look at the daisies.
The leaves got veins going off in different directions, and this one has flowers with loads of petals on it.
Yeah, so what would you say it is?
I would say it's a dicot.
Dicot, excellent work. And what about, finally, the sweet corn?
Long and narrow leaves on it with the parallel veins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we look at the roots?
They're all over the place.
Okay, so what would you say this plant is?
Monocot.
Excellent work. So today we have learnt how to classify a range of plants into the monocot or dicot group.